Hi, I'm Ella from Plandome. What if I told you that the heritage property you're eyeing, or perhaps already own, isn't just a beautiful relic of history but a treasure chest waiting to be unlocked? Imagine transforming it into a high-value residential or mixed-use space, blending timeless charm with modern functionality and reaping the rewards of a truly unique investment. If you've ever stood before a Grade 2 listed building and thought, "What have I got myself into?" You're not alone. Heritage properties are like a good old British pub. They're full of character, a touch of chaos, and let's be honest, more rules than a football match. And while you're here, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us create more valuable content to help you achieve your property goals. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Let's dive in and start turning your property dreams into reality. In today's video, I'll show you exactly how to unlock the potential of heritage properties. Whether you're looking to create a stunning home, a unique co-living space, you'll leave this video inspired and equipped to make it happen. But by the end of this video, you'll not only feel confident navigating these historic gems, but you'll also see how rewarding these projects can be. So, put the kettle on, grab a biscuit, and let's dive right in. Let's start with the big question. What exactly makes a building heritage? In the UK, heritage properties are those listed on the National Heritage List for England, based on their architectural, historical, or cultural significance. Heritage buildings are categorised into 3 grades. Grade 1, think Tower of London, practically untouchable. Grade 2 star, slightly more flexible but still requires care. Grade 2, the most common and where most of you brave souls will start. Castles, abbeys, and churches are like the iconic Grade Y buildings like the Tower of London. Stately homes and manors are often Grade 2 star, retaining high historic value. Townhouses, cottages, and shopfronts are the most common Grade 2 listings, perfect for residential or commercial conversions. Here's a fun fact. Heritage status doesn't always mean grand. Take the red telephone box, for instance. Its iconic design and cultural significance earned it listed status. And being listed doesn't mean you can't change a thing. It just means you need to know what you're changing. The key is understanding the building's significance. So, if you're unsure whether a property is listed, start with the Historic England website. Simply type in the address and you'll find the property's grade. Details of its historical significance and specific features are to be noted. Keep in mind that over 90% of listed properties in England are Grade 2, meaning they allow for thoughtful alterations. But here's a myth buster. The listing status covers many more things than just the facade. That means extensions, garden walls, and even quirky little features like gates might be protected. Knowing this up front saves time, money, and a few grey hairs. So, why bother with heritage properties? The answer lies in their uniqueness. No 2 heritage properties are the same, making them highly desirable for buyers, renters, and even businesses. Second is value appreciation. Restored heritage properties command higher sale prices and rental yields, thanks to their distinct charm. Now, you might be asking, how do you convert your heritage property into a residential space? Well, the process isn't exactly like renovating a typical property. You'll need a strategic approach to make sure you adhere to regulations while meeting your goals. Understand your property's limitations. The first step is to conduct a feasibility study. This helps you determine what can and can't be changed in your building. Remember, each heritage property is unique, and the planning restrictions vary depending on its listing grade. And when it comes to the planning application, most heritage properties will require more than just a standard planning application. You'll need to apply for listed building consent if you're planning to alter any part of the property that affects its character. This applies to everything from adding new windows to making structural changes. For Grade 2 properties, the changes might be more flexible, but you'll still need to submit detailed plans that demonstrate how the building's heritage will be preserved. For example, if you're replacing windows, you'll need to make sure they reflect the period style. Grade 2 star and Grade 1 buildings will be more restrictive. Your proposals will need to be particularly sensitive to the building's historic fabric. Detailed plans and often a heritage statement will be required. Heritage statement outlines the building's historical significance and the impact your changes will have on it. Site plans and elevations. You'll need to provide specific drawings showing the property's layout, elevations, and any proposed alterations. Collaborate early. Speak with conservation officers before submitting to avoid surprises. These documents not only demonstrate your respect for the property's significance, but also help avoid unnecessary delays in the approval process. Photographic evidence. Before and after images are crucial to show the existing state and the intended improvements. Once you have submitted your application, the local council will review your plans. If there's a significant change or development, they may request additional details. It's essential to be patient and prepared for multiple rounds of approval, as heritage applications often require a bit more time. Now, let's talk about building your dream team. Heritage conversions require a knowledgeable team. An architect experienced in listed buildings is essential, ideally one with a good rapport with local conservation officers. For the extra tricky bits, you can also bring in a heritage consultant. These legends will assess your property and highlight what's sacred and what's, well, negotiable. These specialists assess your property, marking areas you can alter and those you can't. Pro tip: the more detail you provide, the smoother your application process. For example, some councils may require specific diagrams or additional details in reports, like Derby City Council has very particular preferences for heritage reports. Knowing these nuances can save you weeks of back and forth. And, of course, it's not always smooth sailing. Challenges in heritage conversions often stem from detailed council requirements. Now, let me share some standout stories from our projects. Sophie came to us with a vision to transform her Grade 2 listed Georgian townhouse in Manchester into 2 modern flats. While the property had undeniable charm, it also came with challenges typical of listed buildings. We collaborated with skilled craftsmen specializing in traditional joinery techniques. By carefully reinforcing the structure with hidden supports, we ensured it was both functional and visually stunning, meeting the council's preservation standards. Sophie also wanted to create a more open-plan living environment, but the townhouse's original layout was divided into traditional rooms, each with load-bearing walls that couldn't be removed due to heritage restrictions. Sophie's goal was to make the space feel larger and more modern, but this had to be done in a way that respected the original design. Rather than removing walls entirely, here's how we approached it. Creating openings with archways. To enhance flow between the ground floor living and dining areas, we replaced traditional doorways with arched openings that preserved the original walls while giving the rooms a more open, airy feel. The arch design was consistent with the period's architectural style, maintaining harmony with the property's Georgian character. Another memorable project involved a Grade 2 listed cottage in the Cotswolds, owned by our client, Daniel. The property was originally a worker's cottage, left untouched for decades and in need of extensive restoration. The cottage's rustic charm was undeniable, but it was plagued by structural and aesthetic challenges. The main challenge came with the roof. While the exterior stone tiles were an integral part of the listing, they were severely weathered and partially collapsed. The local council required us to reuse as many of the original tiles as possible. We salvaged and treated as many as we could and sourced matching reclaimed tiles for the rest. Daniel also wanted to add an ensuite bathroom to enhance the property's usability, but the cottage's compact size and sensitive historical features posed significant constraints. We introduced a compact freestanding pod design for the ensuite. The pod was custom built to fit discreetly into a corner of the master bedroom without attaching to or altering the original walls or beams. To blend with the cottage's aesthetic, the pod was clad in wood panels that echoed the historic timber detailing. By the end of the project, the cottage was transformed into a cosy, character-filled home while fully preserving its historical essence. Daniel was thrilled, and the property now holds both personal and financial value. You can also book a free consultation with our team to discuss your goals. Plandome is here to help you bring your project to life and turn your dreams into reality. Whether it's a bold new idea or a creative reuse plan, we're excited to work with you every step of the way. To contact us, click on the link below and fill out this quick inquiry form. First, let us know your name so we know who we're talking to. Then, share your phone number and email address. These are essential so we can get back to you promptly. In the project details section, tell us all about your vision. And don't forget to include the project address. It helps us understand your needs even better. Have any documents or files to share? Simply click the upload icon and attach them here. Then click on the continue button below. Next, pick a date that works for you. Need a specific time? Choose a time slot that fits perfectly into your schedule. Finally, hit that big blue button and you're all set. Let's work together to create something extraordinary. Your dream project is just a click away. As we wrap up, I'll share some crucial tips if you are looking to enter the world of heritage property conversions. Do your research. Understand the building's history and listing. Check the property's grade and the council's specific regulations. The more you know about what's protected, the easier it will be to plan your project. Think creatively, but stay within boundaries. Yes, restrictions are a thing, but creativity isn't restricted. Use modern materials like glass and steel to make a sleek addition that respects the original charm. For instance, floating mezzanines or partition walls that don't touch the original structure. Genius! It's like adding a modern twist to a classic recipe without ruining the taste. Make sure it meets modern standards. Sure, heritage buildings have character, but they also have quirks, like outdated plumbing and non-energy efficient windows. Take the time to reinforce structural integrity, upgrade plumbing, and bring it into the 21st century with eco-friendly solutions like solar panels or underfloor heating. Your future tenants will thank you when they're not freezing in the winter. Add value through restoration. Restoring original features like sash windows and fireplaces adds significant value. Sympathetic modern updates like updated kitchens or bathrooms will keep the property functional while maintaining its historical appeal. And lastly, be prepared for delays. Now, here's the reality. Heritage conversions can be trickier than a jigsaw puzzle with missing pieces. You might find some hidden damp or uncover a structural problem that requires a bit of extra work. Be ready to plan for unexpected delays, because, let's face it, nothing ever goes perfectly on the first go. Budget for the unexpected and give yourself a bit more time for approvals. That way, you won't be caught off guard when the council asks for yet another round of paperwork. A well-executed restoration that respects the property's history while incorporating modern conveniences can set your project apart in the competitive property market. Sophie's and Daniel's projects are great examples of how thoughtful restoration leads to tangible benefits. One of the most rewarding aspects of heritage conversions is the potential to add significant value. Restoring original features such as sash windows, fireplaces, or decorative mouldings not only preserves the character of the building but also increases its market appeal. Heritage properties often command higher rental yields and sale prices due to their unique charm and historical significance. To help you, I've created a free guide, Your Roadmap to Heritage Property Conversions. It's packed with actionable tips and insider knowledge to kickstart your journey. Comment heritage below, and we'll send you the link to download your guide. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with someone who could benefit. And you can also check out our next video on converting commercial spaces into residential units with title splitting. You can also explore our video on HMO conversions to discover strategies for maximizing rental potential. Thanks for watching, and let's bring history back to life together. See you next time.